Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're just going to go through Nightmare stages 61 to 80 of the Rift Odyssey event, and we need to use an Astral's Synergy team. This is going to be quite fun, so let's go ahead and take these out from the previous video, and we'll build an Astrals team. Now, the most standard Astrals team that I've seen includes these two, having them something like this. Typically, I've seen Atrops in here as well, on the back row to keep her alive. I've also seen Seraphina in this front slot as well. So Seraphina for the healing, or the purposes of healing, and also potentially with going under shields as well, seems to be the way forward. Now we just need to find one more Astral. We really need them to either do damage or give quite a large buff. And I'm thinking Macaria to get the Valenter's synergy here. So go Valenter's, the start of round applies a sail on allied team, increasing physical damage dealt by 50% for 4 rounds. So effectively we get the first 4 rounds where we get massive damage buffs. So I think we'll go with this team. We'll quick deploy. I don't think we need this. I don't think we need this. We'll take you out and we will put in you. We're going to add our crit damage in here, or increase crit rate. And then we've got 17 more, so let's have a bit of fun. We'll go landing a crit, has 10% chance to trigger Awaken, and 1 stack of Sanctuary for 3 rounds during battle. And Eloin gains the trigger twice. We'll pop you in, and then we've got 4 more to go. So I think potentially taking out speed. I don't think we'll need speed too much, and I think adding back in Splash Axe as well. Either Splash Axe or this spear, so it converts 3% healing. The reason that we're going to go with Splash Axe, or in fact, I know what we're missing. Take out the Awaken. We definitely need the shield in there, and then we'll go with, there we go, increase attack by 20% as well. So that is the artifact build. We've got a pretty standard setup, and we've got a relatively standard team here. The only other person I think that might be useful on this team will be Catherine. And I think I'll switch Catherine out with Seraphina. I'll switch them round. We'll go you. We will pop you in, and we will pop in got as much attack as possible, really. So I'll switch these out. I'm going to pop Catherine on the back row. In fact, I'll pop Seraphina on the front row. The reason that I wanted Seraphina on the back row is to constantly keep healing going. But in case she dies, it's not too much of an issue. So this team that we're facing, it looks like all Doom's team. There's 2 Phantoms that we need to be wary of, but I don't think it should be too much of an issue as we go forward. Now, this team setup works very well with Chest, in that we do have 5 different faction synergies in here, or well, 4 or more, so we get our relic triggers twice potentially. It looks like we didn't get lucky this time, but we are doing fair amounts of damage. Hopefully Eudora here to deal a lot of damage. Yes, we do get the follow-up attacks, which is absolutely fine. And confusion applied on Elmer. Looks like a lot of attacks to the front row, thanks to the underlying Verdian synergy. We do get massive heals and increase of attack as well. So Elma should be doing a fair chunk of damage. Yeah, yeah, that's a lot of damage. So we'll take that, and then Eudora to hopefully finish things off. Yeah, spot on. So that's Nightmare 61. What we'll do is we'll skip through the next couple. This can be a very difficult team as well because it is 3 phantoms as well as the reflect damage, but able to get through seems no problem. Now this is a full Glorians team, but again, it seems to be no problem for this this Astrals team here. And then what we'll do is we'll stop at 65 just to show off the counter strategy for this. So plague removal, we could use Anubia, we could use Arcdina or Talos. Now if we go into our Astral synergy, looks like Arcdina is really the only option. So what we can do, take out Seraphina and put Arcdina in. Then that way we do counter the enemy Emily here. So any plague, so we don't, so we will lose the effect that she does apply to us, the plague effect. But I don't foresee it being too much of an issue. And Arcdina, relatively reliable unit. She's fallen off recently. She used to be included as part of the Avengers team, but with the most recent additions to the Avengers team, you can build much better team setups without her on. So just something to keep in mind. Fortunately, splash damage doing the work here. Hopefully we'll get some splash damage from Eudora as well. That looks like Elma to finish things off. Maybe we even take out Emily. Unfortunate, didn't get to take her out. Too much health, but that's absolutely fantastic. So we'll press on. We have our Astral synergy. I don't think we'll need very much more than that to beat these stages, and we are looking to get to that stage 75. Now stage 67 could be a bit of a problem considering there's now 4 phantoms, but looks like we're able to get through it absolutely no problem with Eudora doing the most damage here. So stage 68 and then stage 69. Nice. So it looks like a full Monarch team on that stage, but able to easily get over that hurdle with the team setup. I think we'll take you out this time, and then we will pop in one of these two, or either of them. No, so there's no counter hero in the Astral synergy for this particular mercenary, but it is just the attack increase, which we're not too worried about. And we'll go ahead and pop Seraphina back in. Then we'll just watch this one, Nightmare stage 70. There we go. As you can see, we got double spear trigger and double knight's edge trigger as well, with thanks to the chest. So we do get the double the damage buff and hopefully a bit of splash damage as well. Looking good there. Finishing him off in around 2 rounds or so, with thanks to the blessing. Now they do have the attack increase, as you can see, doing 152 million damage per basic attack for them, which can be a very powerful effect. But fortunately we've got Elmer and the Undying Shield. This is a team that you can run through the entire event. Well, Elmer and the Undying Shield specifically. And if you are struggling, I wouldn't even focus on the actual synergy buff down here. I would instead focus on there we go. I would instead focus on just having Elmer and putting as much damage on your back row as possible. Now, Avengers team, they have 2 teams really. First team is something like this. Bear with me. First team, something like this, with the 3 Phantoms, so Nerissa, Janna, and Althea. And then you also have Mavis Lachesis. Lachesis is to remove any buffs and to purify any debuffs if you do have her exclusive runes. Mavis there to counter Doom synergy specifically, and also to get the up rate of Janna, or the attack up for Janna. Janna to provide shielding for the entire team. Althea now quite a large damage dealer, and Nerissa there for any death triggers. Now the other team that you can go ahead and build for the Avengers would be something similar to this, with Sal and Solomon up front, Albert in the middle, Persephone down here. This is a pretty standard team, standard Avengers team. If you don't have a copy of Arcdina, you can go ahead, potentially put El Ryan in, or any of the other units. Mavis the only other one, non-DD, or Lachesis here as well. But we're not going to put this team in because we're not going to be focusing on that synergy. We are going to go for an Elysian's synergy. So if we have a look, we can see all of the units within the Elysian synergy. It does match the Avengers, but will overtake this synergy if we are to put in a non-Avengers unit into this team. There is also the Astral's Avengers team as well, which you can build through. So that would be Persephone, Arcdina, Althea, and Nerissa, and this is the Astral synergy to do as much damage as possible, potentially popping in another Astral's unit like Mulan or Atrox or Elmer if you are struggling. It does play into the Phantom synergy. As you can see, we've got 4 Phantoms on this team. Very survivable. Well, it's a very survivable team. It's got a lot of survivability to it, should I say. So you can run that team if you are going to be running an Astrals team. But we are going to focus on the Elysian synergy. I'm going to pop you, and you in. And then we'll pop in Monkey, and we will pop in Dahlia as well, all on this back row. Lachesis is here to remove any buffs. Mavis here to take the brunt of the damage. And then Dahlia and Wukong to swap with Celine. We still get the damage reduction because we do have the 3 Avengers in there. Nope. 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 And we want to go ahead and put in... Where have you gone? There we go. Dodge, and we want dodge chance to go up as well. So we'll increase dodge chance, and then we do have... let me think for just a second. Let's go with the double ult. We will add in So we've got dodge chance. Let's put damage boost. We're going to go attack increase wherever it's gone. And we will put in damage reduction as well. In fact, we'll take you out and we'll put crit chance in. Oh, I've already got it in. In fact, unequip, unequip, unequip. Still not enough. So we can take one of these out. I think I'll take out the speed, and I will put in instead increase go with shield. The reason that I want to go with shield is for survivability purposes. So we want to survive for as long as possible and deal as much damage as we possibly can. So we'll pop damage boost in there as well. So as long as Mavis is alive, our back row won't die. So just something to keep in mind. Now we do have 3 Avengers relics. So if any of our units does die and comes back to life, we will retain the buffs when they do come back to life. So just makes sense. So as you can see in this team, Wukong not doing nearly as much damage as we've seen previously. And again, that is because we don't have we're not really buffing them up as much as we were before. And I think the enemies do have higher healths as well. But we are getting all of our relic triggers. So we're going to be able to, when Dahlia switches with somebody, we're going to copy those relic triggers. So just something to keep in mind. And then enemies will lose all of their buffs based on when Lachesis performs her ultimate. As you can see, we're just building up Sal as much as possible. If we go into stats here, as you can see, 35 stats, 36, 38, still going up. I think it's up to a maximum of 50 as well. So we'll see how much damage this does. Oh, it looks like, yeah. Wukong to clean up. 36 million. It's not bad. Not bad. So it looks like we didn't even need Sal after all. Let's take out Wukong, and we will pop in another Elysians member. I think it's only appropriate. We'll pop Janna in this back row, and we'll just see how long it's going to take us to deal the damage without Wukong on the team. So we do have the 4 Avengers plus Dahlia, which makes we still get the Elysians trigger. So something to keep in mind there. As you can see, getting all of our buffs kicking in. Get double spear. See if we get double chest. No, no double chest, but let's see. Double hand of tear. No. Only double spear. And we got quad spear. So that's something, it's a goal that you need to look forward to. Quad spear. It's not bad at all. Now my Sal does have full red runes, so any healing he receives, he will convert it into, or he'll convert 20% of it into attack. So we do want as much healing as possible. So it is a case for taking out Mavis and putting in another big healer. But unfortunately, all of the healing units and all of the units that work well within, or that give the active healing for Sal and passive healing for Sal, are on the Astrals team. It is what it is, you know. But let's just see how much damage we're actually doing here. So that's on the first hit, and how much on the second hit? Around the same, but we'll take that. As you can see, not too much of an issue, even without Wukong. We do get the HP increase and the health increase as well for Sal, so he is doing the most damage there. Ooh, let's reconnect. Let's jump in, and let's take out Janna. And again, let's use the new units while they're still relevant and while they're still good. And then we're nearly up to the boss mission, so we'll see what this boss mission is. I think this is going to be quite a fun one to watch, to be honest. Let's go ahead and skip. So it would have taken us 3 rounds, Wukong, to clear it all. And okay, so it's Emily, and we get the Toxic Spider. Whenever an enemy deals basic attacks, the boss loses 1% of its max HP. It's immune to all damage, and attacks one random enemy, dealing 100% damage and losing 1 of its own HP when the enemy unit deals a basic attack damage to it. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in. I think this team is absolutely fine. I think the key relic here will be the horn, so this horn right here. And let's go ahead, save it, and jump in. Now we do want to remove as many of the buffs as possible, so we'll keep Lachesis on this front line. We'll keep Mavis on this front line as well, just to soak up as much of the damage as we can. So they do have the unstoppable effects, or immune to control effects. Enemy has the Holy Shield up, so the boss has 12 stacks of Holy Shield currently. But hopefully that'll all get removed after a couple of rounds of us dealing basic attacks to them. So again, with this type of enemy, where whenever we do a basic attack, we want to do as many basic attacks as possible, just to ensure that we're getting these spiders' healths down as quickly as possible. So we get all of these stacks, but it doesn't mean altogether too much. Wukong there putting the work in, and hopefully they will do some misses for us as well. No, unfortunately not. So we do get the response here. We remove the Holy Shield with Lachesis. Now this will do absolutely nothing, because those spiders are immune. But we do get the -1 health on each spider every time we do a basic attack. That's not bad, and a miss unfortunately. But Mavis to go straight after the boss, of course she does. And the stacks of Holy Shield are back, because why not? And we do want these as many of these misses as we possibly can. Now, enemy has 23 stacks of Holy Shield, so we are going to want as many of these basic attacks as possible. So we're going to want as many misses as possible, so getting that dodge chance up as much as we possibly can. And then Wukong to come in there, and hopefully we'll start to kill this enemy now that she is the only one left. And there you go, Wukong to finish things off. Really is an asset this season, really is. I don't know how he's going to be next season. You know, I think that he's going to fall off quite drastically, because we're not going to get these same effects. But I do think in combination with Dahlia and the Gourd, he does have some infrastructure to be good. So that was 4 rounds. It's not bad. And we'll go ahead and jump in. 2 rounds here. Yeah, 2 rounds, and then we're going to get up to 80. And that's where we'll call it a video. So just want to say thank you very much for watching. If you have bared with me all this way, thank you. Really does mean a lot. If you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, it'd be really appreciated. So trying to get to 500 subscribers and 1,000 subscribers respectively. I know it's going to take a couple of months, I suspect, unless you all subscribe. Everybody who subscribes, everybody who watches the video subscribes. That'd be fantastic. Just a quick one on Gwyn. You can use any of these units here to go ahead. I think Halios is in the Astrals, so can be used on this particular setup. But again, it shouldn't be too much damage. We do lose 100% attack for all of our units, but with the amount of buffs that we're getting, the amount of damage that we're outputting anyway, shouldn't be too much of a problem. And we do get the double activation for our relics as well. There we go, so curse has been applied. And because we have over 25 buffs, curse gets removed. We'll remove any shielding from them. And Wukong, see how much damage we're doing with him. It's not bad. And then to clean things up, spot on. So that was stage 80. Again, thank you very much for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them below. And I hope you have a great day.